Comparing urban density is not easy, and most comparisons do not give a clear picture. Floor area ratio, or simply F.A.R, is generally the most useful measure. F.A.R is calculated by dividing the total floor area by the ground area. A 4-story house that occupies 1/4 of its site has a F.A.R of 1, which is generally sufficient to support good public transport. Higher numbers indicate higher density. Let's compare 9 urban areas, starting with the most dense. Each example gives the F.A.R and a map of the area, followed by 3 photographs from local streets. One exceptionally dense example is the San Marco district of Venice. It is one of the finest and most heavily used urban areas in the world. There is little green space. Next up, and nearly as dense, is the old center of Amsterdam. Some alleys are just 2 meters wide. The widest commercial street in the area is only 10 meters wide. The area next to Amstel Station saw the construction of the city's first group of skyscrapers 20 years ago. Despite the tall buildings, F.A.R is lower than in the medieval heart. Next, we turn to the Jordaan, a popular area of Amsterdam that was built alongside the more famous Canal District. This very dense area has an excellent quality of life. Amsterdam's golden age saw the building of the Canal District, one of the most loved urban areas in the world. It is grander than the Jordaan and a bit more liberal in its use of space. Le Corbusier destroyed the craft of architecture, and these medium-density, high-rise buildings were one consequence. The poor quality of life led to their early demolition. They were replaced by mid-rise housing such as this area nearby. The density is somewhat lower because so much land was given over to cars. There is plenty of green space. These recent row houses were not built densely enough to justify their prime location near a metro station. The quality of the spaces is good, but services are distant. This area of single-family houses does not belong in the dense urban area that is Amsterdam. Eventual reconstruction will probably correct their wasteful use of land. The reference design for car-free cities is an idealized design for a car-free city that is broadly based on urban forms from before the automobile. The built-up area achieves a F.A.R of 1.5 in order to provide fast, efficient public transport. The transit halt is located at the center of each of the 99 districts. Districts have a population of 12,000 and workplaces for 8,000. Thanks to the circular form and radial street plan, the whole population is within a 5-minute walk of the transit halt. These photos from Venice and Zurich show how the reference design would appear from the street. The trams are an inexpensive alternative to a metro and are more pleasant for the rider. We have seen that urban density ranges widely. It is clear that dense urban areas can offer beauty and excellent quality of life, as long as cars are excluded.